So, welcome to today's session of the Ultimate Business System. I'm going to be taking you through the reputation management aspect of the Ultimate Business System. Why is this important? It's important because actually today businesses thrive on positive reputation management. And this is important whether you have a 5-star review or a 1-star review. And I want to give you some background with regards to that, because customers are entitled to leave whatever level of review they want to leave. And on the back end of it, if you're a prospective customer, and we've all done this because we all look at reviews, whether it be Google, Facebook, Trustpilot, we will go on there and we'll see how a company handles a negative review. So if somebody was to leave a scathing review of a business and it's a 1-star, I wish I could leave negative stars. We've all seen them online. They pretty much follow the same pattern. If somebody was to leave that and a business responds to it positively, trying to resolve the situation, and they show steps that they've taken to try and resolve the situation, and they offer follow-up support to that, it puts the business in good stead. So it's not just about the positive reviews, it's also about how they deal with the negative reviews. So it's a great thing, especially for local businesses, okay? With Google SEO relying on Google My Business, and the reviews that Google My Business has had left on it, it is a great tool to leverage out for local SMEs, okay? Now, I've done this for my father's business, and I've done this for over a year and a half with them, and I've got some great stats around how their interactions have improved. Okay, so locally in Google, they come up on search engines when they are being searched for their the services they offer. Okay, and I'm also sent like a Reader's Digest, I think is probably the best way to put it, of the reviews and the interactions that are taking place on their profile, based on like a monthly rotation. So we can see how many people are contacting us. We can see what kind of reviews have been left, if there's an up tick or a down tick in the actual trend. And we have actually seen a very, very massive uptrend in the last 18 months of running this, whereby we have noticed that a number of calls have increased that come through from Google. We have noticed that people are asking for directions. We've had website visits, and we have had profile views and also searches. Now, this information is fully available to you through Google My Business profile or Google Business Profile. And the more reviews and engagement you have on your profile, the more of this SEO or organic traffic you can direct towards your business or your client's business. Okay, so it's a great tool to use, because actually for a very, very small amount of money and a little bit of front loading of the platform, whereby you front load the automation of gathering these reviews, you are able to actually have such a massive upturn on the back end of it. And you can actually track it as well, so you can see how successful that is for your business or for your client's business. Do you guys follow along with what I'm saying so far? You understand that it works on Google My Business, and it also works on your Facebook profiles. It doesn't quite work with Trustpilot just as yet, but I'm sure that there will be integrations for that in the very, very near future. Okay, so actually, Google My Business or Google reviews are something, or reputation management overall is something that's greatly overlooked. And there's a great business opportunity for you in your local business area to take this out to small to medium enterprises. Okay, think about your local businesses. Think about your local chiropractors, your dental surgeries, your private doctors, any kind of high street shops that are a service-led business. They all rely on positive reputations, positive reviews, and this is something you can help to get your customers or your own business positive reviews on autopilot. Okay, it's a great system. Now I'm going to show you exactly where this is located. So when you log into the Ultimate Business System, you will see your dashboard, and over here on the left hand side you'll see an icon and a tab that says reputation. It's about 3/4 of the way down to the bottom, and it says reputation is just below media storage. Now, if we click on this, it takes us into an overview. Now, this will look slightly different for you if you haven't already connected in your profiles. And the reason why this looks different is because we've actually created an integration into Facebook here. So it will show us how many invites we've sent out, reviews we've received, etc., etc. But because we haven't actively pushed this out because this is a test account, we won't see any results here right now. Now, before I start with anything, what we do is we always go over to settings in this reputation tab. And the reason for that is because here is everything that we need to have set up for reputation management to work. Okay. You'll notice at the top that we have reviews AI. Yes, you can have AI respond to your reviews online automatically, but I'm going to come back to that in a little while. You also have a review link, so you can set up the links that get sent out to your customers. You'll notice that we only have Facebook here right now. We can have a custom link, and I'll show you exactly where you'd connect in Google to have a Google link show up here as well. We then have these two request tabs, which are SMS requests and email requests. These are basically how your reviews get sent out to your customers. So you can have your review link be sent out via SMS or via email. And under these tabs, you can create the template that sends these links out to your customers. So we have an SMS template over here, and we have an email template that we will create in a little while that will be put under here as well. You'll notice that I have switched these off so we can switch them on and actually set them up from scratch. Latest addition to this is actually WhatsApp requests. So we can actually send requests through WhatsApp. It's exactly the same way as sending it through SMS. And you need to have a WhatsApp account connected and paying for the WhatsApp service through the Ultimate Business Systems. We also have reviews QR. Yes, you can set up a QR code to actually link for your reviews, okay? So that your customers can scan a code and go directly to the review page to leave a review for you. We can also check out spam review detection. So the system will look at whether or not the incoming reviews are spam, okay? So it protects your profile. Okay, a little bit of protection in there. And at the bottom we have integrations where we can actually connect it to review platforms from other sources like Airbnb, AliExpress, booking.com, cars.com, and so on and so forth. We've got Expedia, we've got Facebook, we have Google Business Profile, so many apps that are connected in here where people can leave you. Oh, they actually had put the TripAdvisor. Perfect. So we've got a TripAdvisor link in here as well now, which is great. And we also have a Trustpilot link here as well. Uber Eats. So you can see that there's a whole host of businesses that you can already take this out to. Just Uber Eats. Just think about your local restaurants that use Uber to deliver their food. You could have Uber Eats links be sent out to customers, okay, once you integrate the platform, and so on and so forth. So it's a very, very well integrated platform where you have access to all these excellent apps and review platforms, and we can actually add the links in here and integrate them directly through an API, which takes a lot of the review. It takes a lot of the requirement for you to have to program that in off you. Okay, but let's look at it. So rather than look at how to integrate stuff, we already know we can put in Google Business Profiles, and we already know we can put in Trustpilot, so we can send out a Trustpilot link to our clients. Now, once you've integrated that over here under review link, you'll see that that link will populate here. So if I'd added Google My Business or Google Business Profile, or if I'd added Trustpilot, it would appear under here, okay? And I could then have this link to copy and send in a SMS or an email or a WhatsApp to my customers so that they could then leave a review for me, okay? We can even set up a custom link, okay? Whereby we can just type in a link, www.ultimatebusinesssystem.com/review, and it would then send that link out to our customers. Now, if you have multiple systems on here. Let's say we have Facebook, we have Trustpilot, and we have Google Business Profile. We can actually balance our reviews. Okay, so we can actually have them split equally between the three platforms, and we can have them split unequally between the three platforms using review balancing. Okay, so we can give priority to one platform over another. Now, the majority of people out there will either be using Trustpilot or they'll be using Google Business. So once you have those two set up, I would decide on which one you would want to have your reviews appear on. And it depends on what kind of business it is. If it's a local business, you probably want to have a bit more on Google Business compared to Trustpilot. But if you're a non-local business, then Trustpilot is probably the way to go. But you will have to decide that based on individual circumstances surrounding that business. But you can actually balance the load of your reviews from going to one platform as compared to another, which is a great way to split or divvy those up. Okay, so take that off. You know where those two review links would go in. Obviously, that is connected in, so we have an automatic review link generated for this, and we can use that in our emails and SMSs going out to clients. Okay, when it comes to setting up a template, it's really very simple. Okay, we would literally activate, and we would then decide on when we would send a SMS to a client. So with Facebook being connected in, clients are able to check into your business. Let's just say you are a restaurant or a bar. Apologies, the hay fever is starting to kick in. The sun is out, it's great, but the hay fever is kicking in. So if I mute, it's only muting because I'm sneezing. So apologies for that. Yep. So with Facebook business profiles, your customers have the ability to check in to your business. Okay. Now you can set the system up so that it sends an SMS for a review either immediately, an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or a custom time, i.e., days or hours, after they've checked in to ask them to leave a review. If you're a restaurant, this is really, really important to do after the visit. You don't want to ask a review before you've even served them a welcome drink or their appetizer. Okay, so you would think about the type of business that you are doing this for, and then you would set this up accordingly. You also have the ability to repeat this a number of times. So until they click the link, you can repeat every 3 days, every week, every 15 days, every month, or every custom amount of time there. And you can have a maximum number of retries, i.e., if I want to try every 3 days until they click the link, and I want to set that at 5, that means that over the next 15 days, five times 3 days, they will be messaged 5 times. Every 3 days, they'll receive a message saying, hey, can you leave us a review? Hey, can you leave us a review? Etc., etc. So you don't want to bombard them. I would probably leave that around about 2 from the majority of businesses. And yeah, you can set that up around whatever you wanted to. Okay, i.e. the times there, when to send, how often to send, and how many days you would leave in between sending those messages. Okay. Very easy to set up a template. You're given a template over here. So you can see, hi there, thank you for choosing location name. And this is pulled from the Ultimate Business System. Is the name of the account. So our one would be the Internet Business School. Would you be willing to take 30 seconds and leave us a quick review? The link below makes it super easy. Okay. They click on the link, which is actually pulled from the system. And it would then take them through to the page where they can leave a link. Okay. You can actually add in a custom image as well. Okay. So you can have your logo appear up here in the SMS, which I think is a great touch because it personalizes it for them. It lets them know that it's coming from you. And you can add in a custom image URL if you haven't got the image to upload there. And it's a nice way of setting that up. Okay. Very, very easy to set up. It's probably one of the easiest things to set up. But once you have it set up, it's just there on autopilot, the SMSs. Quick check in with the crew. Are you guys all okay with how we are doing this so far? You guys all understand the steps? Cool. Thanks, Carl. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Mike again, and Lal. and Tony. Perfect. Okay, great. So we're all following along. That's great. So I'm going to close this down, turn that off because you don't want to have that on right now. And then we will look at email requests. Okay, so again, very, very simple to set up. We're going to click on the button and it will then say configuring templates because it's actually setting up a default template for us. Again, we have the same um, breakdowns for when we send in the email to the customer. So, do we send it immediately after an hour? How often do we send them? How many days apart? Sorry, and then how many retries we have for that as well. Okay, so it will then set up a second template because for the emails will change. If I set up a second one, i.e. a maximum of 2 retries, i.e. we send the first one, which is a request, and then we have the second message, which is the first retry, and the third message will be the second retry. You'll see an extra template will be put here. Okay, so don't worry. This is what happens with the actual templates. And you see the templates being generated in the background. We can actually edit the templates that are being sent out. So we can preview and edit by clicking on the 3 buttons and then going in here and seeing what we can change. Now, we already have our logo set up within the platform. It's part of the platform setup. And we have this image that says your testimonial, your experience matters to us. Hi or hello, contact name. Thank you for choosing location name, which is our business name. We hope your recent experience exceeded your expectations. We'd love to hear your thoughts and appreciate a moment of your time to share your feedback. Your review not only helps us improve, but also helps others discover our services. And then that link is just the review link. And we have our website down here as well. If you've got your social buttons, they're already programmed in at the bottom as well. Very easy to edit this template. You can click on the let me edit. We can actually, that's right. Sorry. So you email, edit the templates. We would come in here and then we'd be able to check out the templates that we have here and change the order around them. If we wanted to edit the templates, we would go into the template section for marketing and edit the templates in there like we would actually edit a normal email. Okay, there's no draft emails to be sent out over here, but you can create and delete these out. So if I wanted to have one, it would then have this one on here. We can then actually take that out. Or we can click on this button over here and edit the template and go straight into editing the template. So rather than going to emails, we can actually go to edit and edit the template directly from here. Change any of the images we wanted to change around, change any of the text we wanted to change around as well. And we click on save and it will then save that. And we can change the order of them as we do by clicking on set email templates over here. You can also change the subject lines that go out to your customers as well, in case you can make them a bit more urgent with the second, third, and fourth attempts, however many attempts you send out. Okay, so that's how you would set up your email request templates as well. Okay, I'm going to take that off so make sure it doesn't send anything out. WhatsApp is done pretty much exactly the same way. You have WhatsApp templates that are set up with the links that are automatically generated in there. You need to have a WhatsApp connection in there for that to work. If you don't, then it will be like this. So you need to subscribe to the WhatsApp service so that you're able to have those templates set up, but they're pretty much set up the same way as the SMS or the email requests are. Okay. Your reviews QR, great way if you have a physical business location for you to leave a QR on your till point, your service point, on your tables, in service areas, wherever it is. And you literally would just click on new and it would take you through the setup process of generating an image which you would use, and you can print this out and have this, laminated, printed onto heavy duty cardstock, maybe some Fomex board or whatever it is, or have it printed and put onto like an acetate where you can leave at a till or service point. So it's like a table tent or whatever. The possibilities of this are endless. It shows you Facebook and Google there as well. If you were to scan that, it would then take you through to the review site where you would leave that review. You can change any of the text here again just by clicking on there and changing whatever you wanted to, and you're also able to add images and stuff, but I would keep it quite simple on this front, only because you don't want to make it too busy. Okay, So just click on save and you'll see that the review QR is generated on there, and you can see how many scans have been made of that as well. Spam reviews, obviously, you can turn on spam detection. I'd keep this off because a you would want to have a fair crack at the reviews. You can turn it on. It's just a spam detection, but you want to see what kind of reviews are coming through. Usually people won't spam you, and you're not going to get spam reviews. You may do if you're offering a substandard service, but none of us are. So I don't think that should be a problem. But I usually leave this off so that I'm able to review any of the reviews that are coming in. Essentially leave that off, hit cancel, so it takes us back. And then we have obviously integrations, which we've already had a look at. Reuse AI, 3 settings for here, okay? We have off, which is just turns review off, reviews AI off, sorry, which means we won't get any suggestions. We have suggestive, which basically suggests responses, but we still manually have to respond to these and select which responses we want to have as a reply. And then we have auto responses where the AI takes over and it responds automatically. Now, a couple of things. We have a wait time before responding. Now, with AI, you can have it fire off immediately, 0 minutes after the review has landed. Okay. That seems a bit impersonal, and it almost kind of screams out that this is AI. It's a dead giveaway, right? So you can always set a bit of a delay around this in terms of minutes and hours. Maybe you want it to be a day later, set it for 24 hours, and then have your AI respond to the review that's been left there. And you can set up an AI agent around how you want it to respond. Okay. I'm not going to go into details around AI agents today. There's plenty of videos that we've done around that. But you can give it a prompt over here, which says you will be provided with reviews of a business. Your task is to generate an appropriate response. This will probably be used directly in a real world business setting. Do not ask follow-up questions. Do not include any salutation at the end of the reply. Keep the response within 5 sentences. Very short, very, very sweet. And you can set the tone as well. Professional, funny, empathetic, optimistic, playful, grateful, etc., etc. You can set the language of the agent. So obviously we have English United States as the default. They haven't put English United Kingdom. So we have to by default go with this. Now what that means is some of the S's will become Z's. So just be wary of this, which is why I like to use it on suggestive, because then we can select the reviews that we are going to post, and we can also reply and change those. And you can also have review sources in here as well. So we have Google, we can add Facebook, we can add all the others that we add in as well. Reviews type or review type. This is quite important. We click on this, you'll see that you have 5 stars, 4 stars or above, 3 stars, 2 stars, 4 stars or below, 3 stars or below, 2 stars or below, and 1 star. So you can decide which reviews that your bot will leave a review for. Now, this enables you to, let's just say you wanted to do 4 stars and above. You can actually have this be, professional, grateful, because you're setting it for a positive review. So replying positively. Okay. You can also select below a certain number of stars. So 4 stars or below, or 3 stars or below. You can then set the tone of the agent to be friendly, optimistic, professional, grateful, concise, or solution orientated. Okay, you can mix and match these up. So professional and solution orientated would probably mean the agent would try and resolve the situation or leave something there in the comments whereby the agent would be able to try and get the customer to maybe change their mind. Okay, I think customers are given either a 30 or 60-day period within which they can change their review. So it's important to set this up in a way whereby those reviews are dealt with effectively. Okay, and we can actually generate a response here to see what that would be like. depending on anything that comes through. Okay, so you can set up a number of agents to have responses for above a certain level and below a certain level as well. Okay, and I would look into doing them both because you want to make sure that you have one for each of those scenarios. Okay, do you guys all follow along with me so far? If you do, please give me a yes in the chat box. That is how you set up reviews. Okay. Reputation management is set up very, very easily through here. And it's a great way, once you've front loaded this work, to just kind of let it carry on and go through the system. Great question earlier on. So if you do have questions whilst I am delivering the training, please do hold fire and have your questions asked during the breakouts that we have, because there may be parts of the training that will answer the questions for you. Great question from Raj. Where are the reviews stored? The reviews, when they come in and are stored within the reviews tab. Okay. And you will see that you can actually send out a review request. Well, a bit of a mouthful this afternoon. Review request. And you can select a customer that's in there. So it will go out to a particular customer and you can send it out via email, SMS, or WhatsApp. And then you'll see that if that person has left a review for you, you can manage and respond to them from here, from this pane here, which is the reviews pane. Okay, so quite a all-in-one solution for your reputation management. You set it up, you then have your reviews come in, and they go into this review box over here. Now you have something called a widget. Okay, now widgets are great because you'll see this on websites, okay, where customers are putting in their Trustpilot or their Google review statuses. They can see how many reviews they've got and what the level of reviews are. You can actually create this and have it saved, not only to embed onto a site that's been made using the Ultimate Business System, but on any site, because you're given the code for this, and the code is then able to be embedded in any site you want it to, not just a Ultimate Business System site. Okay, this is great to showcase positive results, especially if your business or your customer's business has a website. You can actually display these on there, and it's a great way to generate more interest and actually provide authority for the service that you're delivering for your customers. Okay, that's pretty much the reputation management system. There really isn't anything else we can go through. The overview actually shows you from a high level what your average ratings are. It shows you what your invite trends are and your review trends are. And it shows you your latest requests come through. This will make sense when you have data in there. And you're able to see how many you've received, whether your percentage is going up or down, and if you're hitting your invited goal. Okay. So this system is designed to be very, very easy to use, very easy to set up from the initial get-go. And this would probably take you, it's taken us, 30 minutes in a session today, maybe less than that, probably about 20 minutes. But the system is designed to be, set up within about half an hour to an hour maximum. Okay. Once you have all your connections and all your links set up, and you have your bots set up, your replies, etc., your templates edited, you can have this system up and running within an hour. And taking that as a solution to local business owners or for yourself, it just shows you that little bit of front loading of work, you can charge a monthly recurring fee to business owners to offer this service to them. Great way to bring customers onto your platform with a cheaper entry level service, and then offer them more services as they go further along that relationship with you. Okay, great. Do you guys have any other questions? All good. Daniel, quite easy to understand. What sort of entry pricing would you suggest for reviews? Carl, that totally depends on what the appetite for your business is. Okay, and that's something that you'll need to decide on and have a look at what other people are offering. Okay, generally, anything from, depends on the size of business, £50 to £100 per month recurring upwards. Depends on how much money you want to charge for service. Depends on how much value you add to that. But generally, from about £50 to £100 upwards. Lol, how would a local business have confidence in you? It's a great question. And that would be something that you would need to develop with your customer. And that comes down to your sales pitch and your sales pattern and the relationship that you build with them, and also how you deliver a service. If you're starting out, and I've started out my own business many years ago, there's stuff that you may have to do at lower than your cost, lower than what you would anticipate charging, just to build up some form of goodwill with your customers to the point where they're happy to leave you a review. So that's just part of running a business. Um, unless you're really well renowned locally and people don't trust you, I don't see that being a problem. But it's all in your approach and all in the value that you can sell to your potential clients. Great. Okay. So everybody unanimous on questions. Questions have been answered. Very easy system to use. One of the most overlooked parts of business is reputation management. Okay. There's a great potential. And a way to do that is you can actually go to Google. You can go and search for local businesses in your area using Google Maps, and you can see how many of them have got positive reviews and how many of them have not. Okay. And that gives you a list of leads to start with by picking up the phone and calling them, or by walking into their premises and speaking to somebody, whether it's a smaller business, SMEs usually have their owners in there at that point in time. You can generally pick up a good couple of customers to get you started with something like this. Okay. Very, very easy way to get the ball rolling, just by going to Google, just by checking existing businesses and their reviews online. It's so simple. I know I'm laughing a little bit about it when I say I'm smiling, because it is actually that simple. Let's just say you live, I don't know, you live in Leicester. Okay. You can search for businesses within a 2 mile radius of where you are, and you will see which ones have and which ones do not have reviews on them. And if they have reviews, if they got bad reviews, you can genuinely walk into a business and tell them how they can improve their reviews. Okay. And that's where I was with my father's business. It's an electronic servicing business. He let the ball slip whilst we had some family challenges when my mother was going through some health issues. He wasn't always there. The staff kind of took the Berties with it, and his reviews dropped down a bit because he wasn't there to physically look after what was going on. And I don't work in the business, so I wasn't there to help him out either. But we were able to sink those bad reviews further down and actually improve his business rating on Google Business Profile, and his Google My Business Profile. So it's genuinely, I'm talking from experience, you can actually do this with businesses in your local area. If you need 10 or 15 businesses at, £100 a month, £150, £200 a month to get you started, that will give you a little bit of cash flow, which will then allow you to then invest that into other things as well. So it's a great way to get started. Okay. It's a great tool to use. And like I said, it's a great entry level tool because you can then take your customers and sell them into something else further down the line once they're happy with the services you're delivering on the front end. Cool. Okay, enough from me. If you do not have any more questions, I think we can bring the session to a close. It's been great spending this afternoon with you. The sun is out where I am as well. It's getting a little bit toastier up here in my Tower of Doom in the office that I am situated in. But if you do have any more questions, remember, you can always email into our team, and I'm putting that back up on the screen right now for you guys to have a look at. The email, as always, for our team to pick up on your support inquiries is support@internetbusinessschool.com. Remember, it's got 3 S's in the middle because the business has 2 on the end of it. It says support@internetbusinessschool.com. And always remember, that you should go to the YouTube page, which you can get to by going bit.ly/YT-surgery, like and subscribe. Then you'll see when this recording is posted up as well, and as well as being able to look at all the catalog of previous recordings we have made, so you can go through and work along at your own pace in the Ultimate Business System by developing all the extra bits of functionality that we have trained on. Thank you very much, guys. You have a lovely week, and I'll see you on a surgery session very soon.